All right, I'm back, collective, and of course, I'm always being led by the divine, but this time I'm going to go ahead and proceed with the direction he gave me. Um, so I had did a reading this morning that was an alert. It was a warning for a very gracious high priestess. All right, that I highly respect. But this is another video of another visual message that I received, and I'm being led to go ahead and just reveal them. All right. Also, collective, hi, how are you? I'm not skipping over everybody. I'm not really I'm not bitter or angry or anything. I'm just focused. So I don't want anybody to take offense of me just coming in and then I throw the video out there and then I don't introduce myself or I don't acknowledge you, because that's not true. It's just whenever I am being led by the divine, I like to stay on target, because again, like I said to the collective yesterday, I want all the readings to be accurate, and I am being led to give full on force of accuracy, of making sure that everybody receives the truth 1001%, 10,000, okay? And I'm not trying to make anybody or have anybody think or feel anything other, because I'm always about elevation, clarity, and truth, not confusion. All right, even if I am under, and I'm breaking that curse, but I'm coming out of it, and I'm being led and healed by the divine, as well as my spiritual team and ascended masters, to operate with this veil over my third eye. So it's just building my discernment, my empathic abilities, as well as clear audiency, and the other one, I have to look it up, because it's clear audience here, see, and clear edience. Excuse me, my ascended masters just told me I am also operating in that as well. So going back to the reading, but I don't have a problem with everybody. I'm sorry if you feel that way, okay? Genuinely, but I do as I'm being told, and that is what I do. All right. So it says also there was in school in Shanghai, there is two young men that have been sneaking around with each other, having sex, cutting school to meet up to be with one another. These two are initiated in some type of cooperation that is connected to an occult. And they also had one of them, so they were caught kissing. The divine saw them in secret. These two young masculines were caught kissing, and one of them has a blowout haircut and the other is a darker masculine. They had an island button-up shirt. This was red and black, orange and green, and in his shirt, and the other masculine was kissing all over his chest, working down to sucking him off. This also was in secret in the bedroom. They did it on the ottoman that was stationed at the foot of the bed. And the name that my ascended masters kept giving to me was Lake Lenore. So if that is significant for someone that could possibly be watching my videos right now, it's like, okay, maybe you're getting the clarity that this actually happened to your son, or this happened in your family, or this could have happened, or you're receiving the clarity that your son was involved with a lover in secret that was foreign, and the divine saw it, and because of their secret affairs, they're going to be exposed, because they're also connected to an occult that is in relation, my ascended masters is telling me, with my father, my family. So anybody that was hidden in the back when you thought that you got away with anything, if you've been working black magic and hindering spells and blockages based off of jealousy and being racist when you are foreign yourself, my ascended masters is telling me that is very stupid. How could you be racist and you're foreign? But okay. The next one was I had got a vision of a black Ford Focus, black Jeep Cherokee that was being pulled out of a white. It was pulling out of a white garage, and this was a 4 doors. It was like a sedan look, but it was all black. It skipped from that scene to pulling up to a house that was in a living room where a lot of my family members was stationed all over the place, and it was a couple of people that was ringleaders. My dad was standing there, as well as Eddie, and for some odd reason I had saw cousin Alfred was standing over. Irvin was walking around, as well as Robert, and Robert Copeland passed away. Okay, and so did Alfred Hill. He passed away. So I'm receiving messages that was of the past that was hidden from me, that had a lot to do with the sex tantric groups that was being operated in my family, that I did not participate in and I did not know about, but my family was using memory blockages to keep me from figuring out who all was involved, and they didn't want to be made out. Also, my ascended masters is telling me that my significant other had performed black magic on me recently, the last full moon, because they didn't want to be found out about their sexual endeavors and their attachments to fraudulent deeds and stuff that they had did. But I'm not being made to say anything other than put it out there and keep it moving. I went through my purgings yesterday. I'm still not done, but I am healing. I'm taking my time, and my father is telling me that he's very proud of me. And as long as I put a smile on his face and satisfy him, then that's, all that matters. But going back, I digress. Going back to the vision that I received, it was my cousin, Vincent, and he has a daughter named Venetia, and his baby mom, which was his ex-wife, is Felicia. And they're all in the occult in my family that has been working black magic and sex tantric groups and stuff like this. They're still performing it. They're still acting in it. Each moon cycle, they even up the ante of each, crescent moon. They're actually applying themselves. They're actually trying to see if they could run up on me double time by overlapping and using the moon cycles. And I'm not being led to focus on the childish behavior, even though I see them in spirit also with my third eye. I still can make out what you're doing. So anyway, it says Vincent was pulling out of a garage to go meet up at a family member's house to have an orgy sex group act. This was done to deceive me. He had sex in a big living room with mirrors all around. You have been seen by me in the spiritual realm that you fucked my husband. You had the chance to redeem yourself for grace and chose to be, and you chose to be a bitch and a coward. The divine has thrown you away. You have fallen from grace, and you are no longer needed in this earthly realm. You will pass in the hospital of an illness due to you not speaking truth, and you will be met up in hell by my appointed, still to receive your judgment, and you will be tortured constantly for your deeds, and every demon you change yourself to is ordained is ordained to hang you by your tongue and rip your skin from your body over and over. You will be devoured from feet to head, made to feel every bone being crushed in your soul's body. You will be chased and captured by hellhounds and are sentenced to eternal torture, condemnation. It is ordered from the divine. So you had your opportunity and you did not speak up. I don't have any remorse for you. Anyway, behind that energy was also, there is a drug lord stationed in Guatemala/Spain that got word and caught wind that back in America, one of his people has put his foundation of his drug cartel of his business in jeopardy of being noticed from the DA. And he has sent hitmen to go after the drug dealers in America to be hanged with his throat cut. The song that came to me when I was in meditation in the water was Tony Montana from Future. So whatever masculine had an involvement that was Spanish and you are connected to a drug lord cartel back in Guatemala, Wind got back to your head boss rank and he is going to kill you, and it is from your own hand. Also, my ascended masters is saying you're going to try to run and you're not going to be able to leave. You're going to get shot directly in your heart. So yeah, that is your judgment. Also, I'm being led to make a separate video about my husband, whether it's in a spiritual husband or in the natural. I don't care. The ones who it resonates with in my family, again, collective, I'm being led to focus on my job as well as staying in my lane, and only to the appointed that God leads me on to help and give enlightenment to. It is not to create friction. It is not to create confusion. That is why I'm also being led to put my face in the forefront so that any gifted and appointed that works through God's love and light, however they may be, is none of my fucking business, because I don't judge people based off their sexuality, their religion, their color, their race, their body structure, or anything like that, or wherever they live or however they live. You get it how you get it. And if God is over it, I don't have no rank to say shit, all right? Because we all been underdogs before, and everybody despises and looks over the underdog because they look at us as if we're dirty, we're non-trustworthy people, we're ignorant, and we just don't know no better. And we get judged based off of our looks. And I'm not being led to base anything off of looks or anything like that. We are like-minded kindred spirits, and we are all souls that belong to God. Whether if you know him as Ra, Amun-Ra, Allah, or Abraham, Yahshua, Jesus, it does not matter. He is still one source, and he is ran through the ethers, which is also another a reference of saying, instead of godly, protected, a lot of people that are spiritual use certain tactics of words of saying universe or ethers. It all represents a connection to the divine. So do not get caught up in the name. But I do know, and I am elected with the wisdom to address all walks of life, because I hold no room for judgment, but only room for love and elevation and spiritual motivation and perseverance, and even through self-testimony of pain and misery to help others who are going through drastic trauma within the mind, body, and spirit that is elected for me to learn from, because I am a teacher, not just a pupil, not just an example to sit back and observe. I don't do that. I don't point the finger and I don't criticize, because I am also going through a exposure of my life. And instead of me getting worked up and upset about it, I take that as my living testimony is my truth. I am not allowed to lie, and I will not lie. And I know that in my mouth has a lot of power, as well as my saliva. So I don't speak ahead of time. I don't move ahead of time. I don't do anything that I'm not being led to do, to release, to speak or move or make any movements, adjustments, sign any contracts with anybody, make any endorsement deals until my ancestors and ascended masters let me know that it's okay for me to move forward to do so. So if anybody, any reader or anybody that's in the background that's like really contemplating, and you've been looking in and you want to invest, please know that you are going to have to take steps as well in order for me to merge with you. Don't take my looks and my kindness for weakness. I'm wise for a reason, and I will know if you are crooked. And as soon as my ascended masters tell me that you had lower intentions to act upon for money, gain, power, or just fame, I am going to assign my ascended masters to attack you. and block you from my energy, and you will be stuck in lack for 6 months. Spiritually purgatory. I'm not playing with you. And if you overstep any boundaries and project in any third, fourth, and fifth parties, domino effect. They're all going to die, and you're going to be the first one to go. Okay? I'm all about love and light, but I'm sticking up and standing my ground, and I'm not playing around with people. And neither is my father. So if you want to play games and you want to be in a circus, you go over there with that. I don't have time for the foolish games. My life is at stake. My soul is not in jeopardy at all. But it wants elevation. It wants to stay connected to God, and so does me. And I will continue to put my flesh on the cross. I'm not considered to be a person that is into looks. I don't have time to be standing in front of the mirror trying to play Barbie. I do what I need to do, and I'm out the mirror. So if anybody has been working black beauty spells and shit like that, it's going to be reversed back to you, and it's not going to work. Everybody's going to see how ugly you are. The inside is going to come out. And once that comes out, my Ascended Masters is saying everybody will know that you are a chameleon. You're two-faced. You watch my videos every time I post, and you think that I can't see you or I can't feel you. I know that you are a shapeshifter. I also know that you work with warlocks, and you are one. And I also know that you are hiding in behind a male identity, but it is actually a woman. You're going to die. That is your final judgment. You're going to pass away. Have a good day.